Hi everyone. So yesterday, this is gonna be another video, just like the last video, where I don't really have any notes. I'm kind of just going off the top of my head, but yesterday was my second day of class for my third semester of college, and it was my first day for for these two classes. They were both two of my psych classes, and uh, so this was abnormal psych, and the teacher, and when it's the first day of school or whatever, they always have you do those little icebreakers and things. You want you to introduce yourself. So hers was just saying your name, what your major is, and then she wanted you to give like a word, just any word, and people were like given words that represent themselves. So I was kind of trying to think of a word that represents myself as well. So the word that I came up with was the word remember. And the reason why, I didn't go into my life story about it, but I mean, for me, I know there are times throughout my life where I'd wish that I could forget things. And I think this is a universal experience too. I think humans in general wish to forget things about themselves or their past, or just forget traumatic events. But what I said was, the more that you try to do that, the more you'll remember it and the more it'll hurt. So you might as well remember the things in your past so you can learn from them. And also because whether we like it or not, those things that happened to us in our past or the things we've done, they're what make us human, and they're what make us people, and it's kind of what makes us who we are. Just maybe not those exact experiences that don't define us, but the fact that we have had experiences more so defines us. It's best not to forget your memories or experiences, because without those, there's nothing to learn from. They help us learn and guide us for the future and help us improve. But also, if we don't have memories or experiences, then what really makes us human? Without memories, without experiences, we are kind of just empty vessels. It's those memories and experiences, good and bad, that make us who we are. And is that those memories and experiences, that shape our personalities. That's what truly makes us human, is our memories and experiences. So I think it's good to remember those and to embrace them. It's hard to do that with a lot of things, especially traumatic events and things, but with practice, it gets better. Just at first, it hurts thinking of painful memories, but the more you share them and more you come to terms with them, the less it's going to hurt to think about them. There are memories that I have where it was very hard to think of them, um, because I was trying to block them out and I was trying to forget them and disassociate from them. But the more, it's kind of like a Chinese finger trap. The more you push, the further in the hole you're going to get. So, or the more you try to escape, the more you escape, the further in the hole you're going to get, the worse it's going to get. So the more you try to pull yourself out of it, the worse it's going to get. But once you start to push into it, that's when you can escape from the Chinese finger trap. So the more you push into those memories and come to terms with them and accept them, that's when you are going to free yourself from the burden of those memories. And, I've experienced with that, with, things that happen in real life with me with OCD, that have caused certain OCD, like subtypes of OCD, certain events that have caused certain OCD types to occur, and, with real event OCD and things like that. But, yeah. Um, so, I've just been thinking about that recently, and I was talking to someone about that, and I don't know. I'm wondering, like, I'm hoping that that made sense to the class, because I don't want them to think that, I was talking to a friend about it, and he was like, first impression was that I'm saying that our past experiences define us. That's not really what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say our past experiences make us human, and they make us who we are, and even they don't exactly define us, but they are still a part of who we are, or at least who we were, and they will shape who we become in the future and who we are now. Um, But yeah, so I think that's a very interesting thing, and it's something that you kind of come to learn from experience. It's not really something people are taught and then they learn from it. It's usually one of those things that just you learn from experience. But, you know, I want to say this just to help people so they don't have to learn from experience, so they can, uh, you know, learn to help themselves with these maybe painful memories they have and things like that. Um, but yeah, uh, besides that though, I just want to talk a little bit about the class, you know. The class seems pretty cool, you know, where we talk about abnormal psychology. So we'll be going over a lot of things like post-traumatic stress disorder, mostly, we'll go over depression and then other certain, types of abnormal psychology like OCD, which I think should be interesting. Um, you know, my goal for this class is to, you know, I get to be involved a lot, especially, you know, when we talk about OCD, because I'm just gonna be honest, this isn't me being arrogant, but I probably know more about OCD than anyone in that room, including the professor, because I've had it my entire life. I've known several people who have it. I've gone to inpatient treatment for it. I've done therapy, years of it for it. So I feel like there's just about everything there is to know about OCD, I pretty much know. So I'd like to probably give my input in the class about that. Um, but yeah, the class seems great. The teacher seems cool, and we've got our final assignment, which should be cool too, because we're going to be doing a paper about. We'll pick a movie and we'll try to we'll do a diagnostic on them. We'll be diagnosing the one of the characters with some sort of abnormal psych disorder. So I'll probably be choosing the movie Ordinary People, which is a great movie. It's about this guy in high school. His name's Conrad, and his brother dies in a boating accident that they were both in. And, you know, he blames himself. He tries to kill himself after, and he goes to a hospital after that for 4 months, I believe. And, you know, the movie takes place after he comes back. And, you know, it's him going through depression and PTSD. It's a great movie. I'd definitely recommend it. So I'll probably be choosing that. But that's kind of like all I had for my thoughts today. Song of the day. Let's see. I guess I'll go with we'll go with The Red House by Wild Light. That's a good song. Alright, that's about it. Thanks.